Hello my friends, thanks for coming back into one of my videos. I am talking about a watch which I bought for about £30 from a website which I'll have a link in the description. There's no affiliate links or anything. It's basically, I wanted something that's got some real retro charm from Casio. Something a bit different, that's still very affordable. And that's what I like about this hobby, is you can still get quirky, cool watches that have some backstory, some history, and they don't cost much money at all. And they've just got that lovely little X factor which makes wearing and owning them just so much more fun. So without further ado, let's get stuck into what I think this little Japanese icon is definitely worth your attention. The Casio F-84W. So you want to be cool and not wear something which is just the cliche Casio choice, which is also an excellent Casio choice, in the form of the F-91W. Why should you buy the F-84W instead? Well, because this still to this day is a JDM only watch. I bought this from Japan. I spent about £30 all in to get it over. This is still a dirt cheap watch. I like the fact that this is only meant to be for Japan and you can import these things. I think it's cooler than the F-91W because it's, for the nerds out there, an alternative choice which has the 80s classic charm for still very little money, and it's a bit of a left field choice as well. Now, this has still got the usual amazingness that you get with an F-91W, but it's more of a streamlined, elegant look. It doesn't have any of the guards or the chunkiness you get around the buttons. I would say the buttons are even easier to use on the F-84. This is the forefather to the F-91. There's dates flying around saying that the F-84 came out in 1984, but it's actually very likely to be, from my research, actually in 1986. So this came out a number of years before the F-91W, which again, people presume it came out in 1991, but there's strong arguments that it came out in 1989. Whatever way you want to argue it, it came out after the F-84. So the F-84 came out first and is still produced today, as is this one. So both iconic, both cool, but this one is the one you can get only from Japan. So functionally wise, it's identical. You have exactly the same features, the same aesthetic with the digital screen, the exact same awful, woeful crap backlight, which is just casts a slight bit of glow over just one of the numbers. But when your eyes are adjusted to the dark and you use it in the middle of the night, it actually is completely legible. Other than that, it's still a bit crap. I'm going to tell you why I think this is cooler, other than the fact it's JDM and it was the forefather to the more infamous classic F-91. It's cool because it has even more 80s styling to it. This is verging on the 90s. If it's slightly chunkier, more almost robotic design language, this has some elegance to it. So it has this lovely, more softer navy blue stripe going around here. A lovely crisp red line here, some green text as well, bit of gold text. It's got all the usual retro 80s charm you'd expect. Same crazy thinness of only a few mil. It's only 8.6 thick. But the main thing which is making this wear very differently on wrist is the F-91W is a small watch, we know that. It wears okay on a man's wrist, but it also wears fine on my son's wrist. This is my son's watch. The cool thing about this watch is a very aggressive taper on this very comfortable strap. The F-91W tapers from, measuring here where it goes into the watch, it's about 21 approximately, but then it tapers down to about 16, so 15.8. Now what you're getting with this lovely classic JDM for the more slender wrist is it starts at only 20.6, which is very similar to the F-91, but the taper drops it right down to only about 14. So it's nearly 2 mil more aggressive taper. And what does that mean for wearability? It wears even more lightly, even more beautifully comfortably. And I'm going to show you on my normal man's wrist size to show you what I mean. Now, for a normal wrist size, some people are going to say if you've got much bigger than a 7-inch wrist, this is going to look like a child's watch, but it wears perfectly fine for me. I've got enough scope here. It's not absolutely squeezed on. It's not struggling to get held by the keep here. I would say obviously smaller than 7 inches is ideal for this watch, but I would say for me, this still fits and wears beautifully. I wear this a lot. Days when I just want to wear something really light and really comfortable, very inconspicuous, this is perfect. And what's also cool as well is to still buy a watch that's so affordable that has the classic Casio clarity. And what do I mean that is the more modern modules a lot of watches Casio are making. The clarity of the display is almost 50% what it is now. It's like they've dialed it down, maybe for battery life, I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't have that richness and punch that these classics have. So just to recap the functionality, just being so perfect for everyday wear, is you can have it either in 24-hour or AM PM, for example. You've got your day, your date. Skip across, you've got your alarm. You can have it on the hourly chime or have your alarm turned on there. And then you can scroll across then to your stopwatch, which is great for lots of many practical things, cooking or teeth brushing, all that kind of stuff. And it's just so easy to use. It just literally does the job. And that's what you want a watch to do. But it still has that aesthetic of a watch from a cool retro era. And it's so blooming affordable. And then I just love the texture you get on this strap as well. It's got a lovely, slightly ridged texture. And you've even got extra holes, maybe for breathability here on this part. You don't need holes there. It just makes it look balanced and adds to that lightweight, breathable look and feel that the watch offers. I'd say with this kind of lug design as well, you could swap this out to different straps, but again, would think because of the case shape, it's going to have an aggressive taper. So I think just a standard strap, it really suits this watch. It's just such a well integrated looking thing. And for the amount of money I paid, I think if you want to collect watches and you want something with a bit of story behind it, a watch which is inspired, one of the most iconic watches, a god tier watch that's ever existed in the form of this Casio here on the left, this is arguably above god tier. It's like Big Bang. It's the thing that started it all to a degree, because it's what inspired and got the ball rolling for this one, which has been a global phenomenon. But this, in my opinion, is better. So if you've enjoyed my content today about this little Casio, and you love little things like I love this little dog, yeah, just hit subscribe and come back for more, and hopefully you will enjoy some more fun content. Doesn't always have Buddy in it, but he's always in the background off screen. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.